Wildfires have done a number over the state and the country in the last year. And as you know, here in West Texas, we are incredibly dry. And when it comes to wildfires, there are some tools and plans that can be put in place to help minimize the damage and effects from wildfires. Rachel Robinson has more. Rachel, what do you got for us?
Yeah, Alex, that's right. Wildfires can destroy acres of land in a very short period of time, but specialists have made some discoveries on how to change infrastructure and more to make sure people's homes, animals, and families are less at risk if a wildfire starts.
Wildfires have ravaged communities in Texas, like the Eastland fires, who burned down the homes of our neighbors in Central Texas. And fires are getting worse around the country.
Trends indicate that wildfires are increasing with respect to duration, severity, and frequency, meaning that they're a lot longer, they're bigger, they're hotter, they're more frequent, they're more damaging, and they're costlier than ever before.
But the good news is there are some options when it comes to protecting homes and communities.
It's planning measures like requiring wildfire-resistant construction materials, retrofitting the existing fleet of vulnerable houses out there, and that improving neighborhood design and infrastructure protections so that people and homes, again, are better prepared before a wildfire.
And adding these fire-resistant materials doesn't have to break the bank.
Basic mitigation measures in terms of construction materials, also known as home hardening, can be done in a pretty negligible cost differentiation from what would be traditional building materials. So siding, hardy plank, fiber cement, for example, is much more resistant than wood siding.
There's also some simple housekeeping things you can do to your home.
Things like clearing your roof lines of pine needles or your gutter systems, making sure your deck doesn't have your propane tank on it during a wildfire, clearing out your vegetation in and around the home, particularly immediately up against the home. So these are all things that can kind of be done over the weekend that go a long way in reducing your vulnerability during a wildfire.
State and local government can also have a part in protecting communities from fires.
It's policies like building codes or vegetation management resources codes that explicitly incorporate wildfire risk mitigation into that planning process. At the local, county, and jurisdictional level, it's things like zoning ordinances, subdivision design standards.
Wildfires have happened throughout history, and there's no way to stop them. But being prepared and making changes is important in protecting our homes and our families.